GeForce 9800 GX2, 1 GB of GDDR3, PCI Express, SLI, XXX edition. I don't think I've covered the rest of the box yet. NVIDIA authorized graphics card, HDMI ready, and that covers the video, I think. Don't you just love it when you go to a store and the guy, you ask him something and he just goes over there and like says, oh yeah, it comes with HDMI, and buy it, please. That's what they do. It's not what I do. I tell you guys how it runs. I pick it up and handle it improperly, and that's exactly what I'm going to do for the next 5 minutes. You guys ready for this? Specs. Got them on this paper here. All right. Now, this is an overclocked 8800 GX2, which is already the fastest graphics card on the planet. It's from XFX. I've got to mention, you know, I'm a little biased towards XFX. I love those guys. They're awesome. One of my favorite companies on the planet for any electronics. They just have great support, and that's something you want to think about. There's not too many differences. There's so many of these cards. They all look the same. They've all got the same awesome patent-pended heatsink. Some are overclocked, some are not. Some are clocked here, some are 680. This one's at 680, by the way, which is nice overclock. It's the XXX edition, which is the fastest one they make. I'm not sure the black edition. I don't know. It's one of the fastest they make. Let's say that. I have to double check and see the black edition. That's another edition they have, but just make note that their tech support is top-notch and their warranty is also top-notch. Some of these products have a limited lifetime warranty, which goes further than just about any of the other brands out there. So XFX does a great job in that regard. They're going to take care of you guys, just like I'm about to take care of you guys. A gigabyte of DDR3, and this is a dual GPU card. It's got two 8800 GTs basically on this card, and that means that you've got double everything. 256 stream processors. Also, the memory clock is at 2080. Shader clock is at 1700, and it's a 512-bit card. It's really 256-bit times 2. Does that really make it a 512? Is that really 512? I'm going to say it's each GPU is 256-bit. I don't know if you're allowed to add them. Remember TurboGrafx 16? Yeah. They said it was 16-bit, but it was really 28-bit. It's really 28-bit? They added them together. They cheated. This is 256-bit times 2. That's what I'm saying. All right, let's talk about the benchmarks. How fast does it run the games? We're going straight to Crysis. That's what I get the most emails about, even though it's not the best-selling game ever. But hey, everybody wants to know how it's going to run. I mean, that's why it hasn't sold as well as it should have sold, because no one can play it because they don't have this. There you go. Crysis high res 1920 by 1200. That's some resolution. This one 42 frames a second. Now the regular one was at 39, so 42 frames a second. 8800 Ultra, which was the big dog, that's at 25 frames a second, and 3870 X2 is at 23 frames a second. Now let's go over to my favorite game from last year. A lot of people make fun of me because of this. Stalker. Awesome game. Hey, what are you laughing at? It's not that kind of a game. You think it's one of those Japanese sneaking around games? Sneaking around. Yeah. There's a game over there now where you play a fly and you get to fly around in places you shouldn't. People are bored. Stalker, this card, 1920 by 1200, everything turned up all the way. 159 frames a second. The 8800 Ultra is at 129 frames a second, and the 3870 X2 is at 123 frames per second. Call of Duty 4. This is a game about modern combat and warfare, and I'll mention it now while I'm getting ready to talk about it. In the box, for a limited time only. That means if you get this card pretty soon after the video comes out, you're going to be able to get Call of Duty 4. Check the product page to make sure it still is available, because it's only a limited number. And if you snooze, then you're out in the cold making popsicles. I forgot how, if you snooze, what is it?
Snooze, you lose.
You lose. And then you have to go outside and make pops. I don't know what I'm talking about. Call of Duty 4, 1920 by 1200. Everything turned up all the way. XXX edition in my hand, 79 frames a second. 8800 Ultra, 51 frames a second, and the 3870 X2, 49 frames per second. So there you have it. Extremely fast card. A bit faster than the stock clocked. And also, I want to make note that you can run this in SLI. Let me pull the SLI connector off the back here. Right there it is, blam. Does not work with Tri-SLI, but you can use two of these in the same system at the same time, which means it's going to be quad SLI, because there's two GPUs in this one. You get another one, you got two more GPUs. You doing the math in your head right now? Blam. Blam. That's right. 2 plus 2 equals blam. All right, we have two DVI ports, 2560 by 1600 out of each of those. We also have two VGA to, or DVI to VGA ports. or whatever they call adapters, not ports. They come in this wonderful plastic that makes all kinds of noise. All right, now beside that, we also have an HDMI port right there. That's nice because that'll give you a 1080p signal over to your TV, your LCD, your plasma. That's nice. On the back, this does require some power. You need an 8-pin PCI Express connector and a 6-pin PCI Express connector. They were nice enough to include one PCI Express connector in the box here. We have 2 Molex on one side, and on the other side, that is a 6-pin PCI Express. You get one of those, you're on your own for the 8-pin PCI Express. Hopefully your GPU, or actually your PSU. Hopefully your PSU is going to have one of those. And if you're thinking about upgrading to this, I would recommend probably picking up a larger power supply. If you have anything under 500, 550, I'd recommend at least 600 watts because you never know what you're going to add in the future. If you want to add another one of these things, just go ahead and pick up a 1000 watt. I use the Ultra X3. It's my favorite because it's modular. You only plug in what you need, and it's over 80% efficient. That's nice. So that's what I have to say about that. So again, overclocked, fast, XFX. That's all you need to know. I'll see you next time. For more information on the XFX GeForce 9800 GX2 XXX edition, go to compusa.com and type P450-9820 into the search box, or call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. 1-800-COMPUSA. That's the outtake.